Hello people, welcome to another episode of Iron Fist Mining. I'm back at my spot. As you can see, this place has changed, okay? It's almost back to where it was. The pit is gone. I do have some new stuff in my arsenal, so I'm going to be using it to go after the gold today. And it's this here sucker, little hand dredge. This is the main pull unit right here. Pullers in there. I got this little plug thing on the end to help keep the debris out. And then behind that, there's a piece of PVC pipe that's used for sprinklers that's it's like a piece of all thread that's separated, and on that I put some foam, and then the gasket that was inside that metal crack sucker, and then another piece of foam, and then this pipe extension with a T. Now the mouth of it that feeds it is right here. I got kind of a sharp one and a dull one somewhere. It's over there. But there's also a screen in there, the 3M screen. That big white thing's a one-way valve. It's kind of like a golf tee, and it lifts up and down, and then it blows out of this, which has got a big sucker hole. See, it comes up through that valve down there, up over that, down this snout, which plugs into here. Oh, I'll put that in. I gotta take that out. Anyway, that goes in there. Then I made this little thing to slip either over a sluice or onto a bucket. See how that works? So I gotta put this stupid thing together, and I'm gonna be using it today. I was thinking that this bottom end kind of needs a one-way valve like this, so that way I noticed when I was testing it in my backyard that it kind of sucks the hose in. And the hose is kind of short. I had 10 feet, but I cut it down to 5. Mainly because of the current and stuff. I didn't want it flapping around, and it's kind of a long draw, so we'll see if it works. I got all my other stuff that I normally bring. But I've noticed once I get the gold off the top, there's this nice little sandy layer below it, which you can see in maybe out here. Right there's a line of it. Right there's a line of it. There's some. But if I stick that in there and pull it out, it'll be a lot easier than picking up rocks. At least that's what I'm thinking. So stick around, stay tuned. We'll see if this Iron Fist Mining dredge works. It's based on designs that are online. The Yappy Gold Suckers one. But see, the difference between theirs, for all of that, the hose, the fittings, all the junk that's inside the pull tube, the draw chamber, that was 40 bucks, under 40 bucks. The Yappy Gold Sucker is 75 to 250 bucks. You guys can suck it. I'm not paying that much money to any of you gold guys, especially for something I can go to the Lowe's or Home Depot and build by myself. So it's not pretty, but it works. So, been doing some work. First bucket I did with shovel. Second bucket I did with the sucker thing. But the hose, because it doesn't have a one-way valve, it sucks inside it. So it kind of sucks. So I took the end off, and sometimes I put the elbow on the end and stuff so the junk don't fall out. But as long as I'm working right next to the sluice, I'm just drawing like right where it's at, blowing it right into the screen of doom. I kind of worked this little hole, and it's doing a really good job. I'm actually catching a little bit more gold using it than the shovel, and I'm not picking up hella rocks. I think I need to make a bigger one, at least a 3-inch neck on like a 1-inch tube. But I think I'm going to move my sluice over here and hit some of this. I just got to get a spot where it won't blow away. But it made, it's only picking up little junk. Here's some of the tailings. It's picking up that kind of size material, various sizes, and a bunch of sand stuff that I dumped out, kind of like this, to screen it. So then I'm left with the other junk. And this stuff's all about BB to, I don't know, that big. That it works good. It'd work better if I had 2 one-way valves and a better hose off it. But it does work. So I kind of want to get one where I can just like push it on the surface with wheels. So it's like a vacuum. Shooka, 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 shooka. Shooka, 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 shooka. You just push it back and forth and vacuum the riverbed. Be clever, huh? You watch. I'll figure out how to do it. I just don't know how to do it yet. But I'm kind of seeing where the gold's splashing out of. It's this kind of material here. In the rocks, not so much. In between it, it's the material that gets trapped between the rocks. So kind of what I'm doing is just kicking rocks out of the way, and then I pull the light material out until there's nothing but rocks, kick the rocks out, and repeat. Some of the gold's stuck on the rocks, so the bigger ones I try not to kick out too much, but, you know. And yes, gold falls out of the end when I do that, but I'm not holding it vertical, and especially when you put the elbow on, once you fill it up, all you got to do is tip it to the side. So if you want a faster, easier, less complicated one, just do your straight pipe with a little elbow on the side. You could even put a screen on the end. I don't see why you'd want to, because, man, it really just sucks it off. So, here's to sucking off at the gold, sucker, because my back don't hurt, sucker. Use a sucker. Want a bigger head on the sucker? Fuck yeah. So, we'll see. Dude walking over there thinking I'm nuts. Some decent shit today. There's a nice piece right there. Better get that. Sometimes I've noticed if I blast some air into a spot, it really loosens it up. So I'll give it a down stroke good enough, you understand? Loosen up the pearl. There it goes. See, it's picking up hella rocks. The trick is to get it back over before you finish the stroke. Because the upstroke will hold it in there. Stupid rock. Every now and then, gotta move some rocks. damn time I bent over to clean that up. Hands. Alright, enough of that. You figured it out, right? You're not stupid. Maybe you are, I don't know. So, just using the sucker, this is the clean out of just the first sluice. And that's pretty much what I got last week with the shovel, man. Kind of caught it there for a second. Maybe the light will work with me. There it is. Look at that, dude. Dang! And I still got a bucket to clean out yet, man. This is out of the back sluice. So, it won't be as much, I don't think, but it sure cleaned out a hole pretty quick. I like this thing, man. I'm going to make better ones. So I'm taking a little bit of a break, and this alone, this big old thing of sand right here, it's enough to fill like a bathtub, and I've pulled it all out just using that sucker. I've completely abandoned my shovel. I haven't used it except that one time today. And I carved this deep hole right down in here. My boots are about 24 inches-ish, and I'm not gonna stand down in there, but it's a pretty deep hole. In fact, there. That deep with just the sucker, about 2 feet. Now I've moved up because I've kind of ran out of space. Here's one tailing pile. There's another tailing pile. It eats a hole so fast, I kind of... Just take note of this, okay, is all I'm saying. I'm going to kind of concentrate up here in this stuff. And it's really in due to the part of this seal I got on there. I'll just show you. Top for hands, pipe, some tape to an 1.5 inch pipe, okay? That's 2 inch, 1.5 inch, and all this does is guide it up and down in there so it doesn't flop around. Piece of foam, then the gasket that was on that metal one for pulling fluids out of vehicles. Joe got that. Then another piece of foam, and then a end cap that I had to plug with a spark plug boot and a screw, because I forgot that this is hollow. When I first made it, I'm all pulling and nothing was happening. You don't really need all that fancy junk and doodads. As long as you're close to this, I can really see why dudes dig dredging. Oh man, do I got some ideas for a better one. It's gonna look like a mini Hoover. A Hoover. Kinda, maybe, sorta. I got some ideas. Anyway, this is what the dirt looks like now. And I wasn't really messing with this stuff because I couldn't get my shovel over here without it getting all stupid quick. And I can't believe how easy this is. My back doesn't hurt. I've already dug 3 times what I normally do. And man, do I got a lot of gold today. That's kind of an understatement. I got quite a bit of gold today for what this area produces, so we'll see. Ding dongs, dum dums, people. It's good to see you guys again too, those of you that I like. I'm still having issues with doing these for the people I don't. You know who you are. I don't like you. Stop watching my videos. Except you guys. You guys are okay, but you other guys? Isn't it nice out here? Calm and serene. Well, I made it home, and I decided to do some of the painting here on the old backyard of doom. You can see some of the gold I got today. I dumped some out in there for sure. I can see some in there, but primarily there it is. It's kind of all over in there, but not bad out of the little sucker thing. Hi, Mamie. Yeah. You like that? You like the gold? You like the gold, puppy? Huh? You like the gold? Yeah, you like it? Oh, he happy to see me. I've gone too long today, huh? It was a long day. Getting a shiny. You should get a bath. You want to go take a bath? Eh? You want to go take a bath? No? Say goodbye, Mimi. Say bye-bye. No? Maybe? You're not going to talk. Try to get him to do it some other time. Sucker, it's good to be smart, babies.